Reese here with Adore Her Beauty, back with another video, and I am going to revisit and talk to you about this male beard wax. So I am applying moisture to his skin and removing that moisture because upon touching his skin, it was really dry. Like the hairs were real dry, the skin was real dry. So I wanted to add some moisture, and as you can see, I've already gone in with the first strip, and I'm doing them in smaller strips. And the reason being is so that it won't be super discomforting for him. I like to tell people when it comes to beard waxing, those hairs have probably never been removed from the follicle if it's their first time. So from puberty, when they start to grow their facial hair up until like way, later in adulthood, they may just shave or use clippers and cut down those hairs, never having removed them from the follicle fully. And so if they're waxing for the first time, it's going to be uncomfortable for them. And so with that, if you are an esthetician or professional waxer, you want to be able to use a product that has the durability to handle this type of hair, whether it's an actual born male or it's a born female with PCOS, with hirsutism. You need a product that's going to be able to handle that type of dense, thick, coarse hair without snapping or without breaking. And if you are a male or you have a male in your family that just kind of deal with a lot of ingrowns, I actually recommend that they get a beard wax because, again, like I mentioned earlier, those follicles had never been removed from, those hairs had never been removed from the follicle. And so they're just growing and curving back into their skin, which is causing those ingrowns. But with waxing, and I say this time and time again because it reigns true, with waxing over time, it will break down that hair follicle and it will get thinner and it will get weaker. And so that minimizes the amount of ingrowns. So, I don't think like the experience was too much for him. Like it was kind of excruciating. So he never actually came back to kind of continue. And sometimes they'll do it one time and then they just like, you know what, it's not for me. I'm going to stick with shaving. But if you do stick with the regimen, it can be beneficial. So this is the before and then this is the after.